You are here with me. After a long journey, let's take this time and be with nature. This is the Fenway Garden Society, one of my favorite places that I visited while in Boston, Massachusetts. The first thing that came to mind when I arrived here was connectedness. With these community spaces, you can pay an annual membership to have a small piece of land to garden and tend to. I was curious to see how people do this, and apparently there's a wait list too. I can absolutely understand why there's a wait list. This place is the woods within an industrial forest. I really love this place. There was something peaceful about it. I love how in the middle of a huge city is this beautiful place where people come together and make their own tranquil space, growing all kinds of trees, flowers, and harvestables. If you are ever out this way, I would highly recommend you visit this place. I went here pretty early in the morning. Well, early for me. I'm normally a night person, but even for me, as tired and out of sync as I was, it was absolutely worth the trip. So in this video, as I walk around the gardens, I want to ramble about kindness, nature, and being connected. These are important topics to talk about, and I want to put my own positive twist on things. Every garden emulated positivity, peace, and passion. So many of these gardens were transformed through the passion of their gardener. These flowers, all the plants, the trees, the land were given a chance to live and thrive because of the time, passion, and effort of the gardeners. They are connected to their work in every aspect of their garden. And each garden was beautiful in its own unique way. And just to think, in the middle of such a big, busy city, this place exists. It extends nature's arms through the industrial void, reconnects humans as a society to one another and back to the ground of the earth. It is imperative that these places exist, especially where they exist. Personally, I could not live in a place where there is no nature, only city skylines and buildings as my backyard, instead of a forest and quietness. But everyone has their own preference. It is important to go back into nature for a walk or just to observe and take it all in. There's a sense of peace you will find there that nowhere else can give. There is a sense of relaxation when the sun sets over the city and places begin to shut down and lights turn on and the moon rises over the city. Just as the sun rises in the early morning, it gives off a new energy for a new day. No matter where we are connected to nature around us in some way. Seeing the Fenway community gardens reminded me of how all of us are connected and how we can all be kind to ourselves, to one another, and to nature. We just have to take the time to realize and allow that thought intertwined with the emotion to settle within us. Although so far this month of June has been having some weird weather, and the temperatures are a little cold for this time of year, at least from where I'm from, I have always felt like June was the introduction to summer, a new season, warmer weather. It's a fast and productive month. I have always loved the month of June, because after that, it just gets a little too hot for my liking. But so far the weather has been really cool. It didn't warm up too much from the morning I visited these gardens, but I still enjoyed the morning walk. All the flowers are blooming. The leaves of almost every plant are so green and vibrant, and the scent surrounding the park is as pure as the color of each flower. The wind blew gently through the tall trees, and the birds were flying around from limb to limb. It was just really nice being there. Almost no one was there, and it was very quiet for where it was located. It was a good time to reflect and think about things. Every garden was different from the next. Every garden was a way of expression for the gardeners, and I found this idea to be applicable to life in general. Imagine if every garden was the same. Imagine if we all had to look similar or act the same way. Life would be a drag, right? Expression is a crazy thing, but it makes us who we are. I think about self-expression when June rolls around. I think about it all the time and how I want to change this or that about myself. The seasons continue to change and express themselves so differently from one another. The new sun has risen, another year gone by. Time doesn't wait for us. But why do we wait on time to change things? Why can't we express ourselves freely like these new flowers have just budded, blossomed, and bloomed? We can. We hold ourselves back, others hold us back. Until one day you wake up and you stop caring and you break those boundaries. I did something recently right before this trip that changed my life. It is something I've always wanted to do, but I never had the courage to do it. I work in a profession where I probably shouldn't have done it, but I did anyway, because I was tired of waiting, tired of the excuses, the demands from society. If I really only have this one chance to live my life, and I've only got maybe 40 or so more years left, what is really holding me back, and why should those reasons have that much power and control over my life and decisions to express myself? Why can none of us reach that level of self-expression sooner while others can? Life circumstances have a lot to do with self-expression. Do you think these plants got here without any water, without any care, effort of their gardener to plant them, restore them, place the seed in the ground? Be the gardener to your inner seed, what makes you who you are. The sparkle within you, what makes you so unique. Just like all of these flowers and plants. Water it, care for it, love it. Feel alive. Because why feel all wilted on the outside, dead on the inside, when life is all about literally living it? The gift that is given to you. Sure, it's pretty short. Longer for some, shorter for others, but we are all here to be alive. Being ourselves, being with who we want to be with, having whatever color hair you want, clothing, tattoos, everything and anything about you should not be argued, should not have to be fought for, shouldn't be questioned. Kindness, respect, being non-judgmental. I wish everyone was like that, but we all know not everyone is. We know the rules and the laws in society, what is defined as professional versus not, what makes us look like someone we aren't because of how we look on the outside. We all have a different life story and life outcome. We all have a different way of expressing ourselves. Because if we were all the same, we would stay as a seed in the ground, never to bloom, blossom, and thrive. And it's funny, because all of the roots start in the ground. I get into some deep, heavy thoughts sometimes, but hey, those are my thoughts on being connected, being kind to one another, and saying it's okay to be yourself. It's getting a little easier as the decades are going by for us to love ourselves and express ourselves. For me, one day I just woke up in my early 20s and said, I don't care what people think of me anymore. And then another day, I woke up about a year ago and said, I need to start doing some self-care. I need to start treating myself like how I treat everyone around me, especially my close friends, family, those I love and care about. That's the answer. It is not selfish. It is normal. It is okay. It is a positive revelation. And everyone has their own way of caring for themselves. But we all need close to what a plant needs. That's the basic requirements. Reaching out to dive within who you are is where the true journey begins. Everyone's journey to meet who they are is a major purpose of living, and it's crazy to think everyone's journey is different from the next. Yet we can all talk about this and connect in some way by sharing our opinions, thoughts, dreams, and stories. I have never met the same person twice, and everyone I have met tells me a totally different life story from the last person. The possibilities are endless. You might have things in common, share some similar memories or places that you've been to, experiences in your life, hobbies. But yet no one is identical. Each person that you cross paths with in life will show you a new perspective or teach you something you didn't know. If you've made it this far, you are in the right place at the right time. You are enough. I'm not sponsoring anything, not trying to sell you anything, and I'm trying not to waste your time because I'm known to ramble a lot. I try to do it with a purpose, just freely thinking and talking. It's liberating to be who I am, and I want you to be you. Free as the wind, you go in any direction you want. You can cross any path, mountain, valley, or ocean. You are capable. And if you've made it this far, turn around and look. Do you see it? Every little hill, mountain, river, tree, cloud, every little big, good, bad, neutral memory of your life, how far you've come. You could be 10 years old or 100 years old and still be able to see it. See who you are, your purpose, who you become and have yet to be. You might be able to see what's ahead. You might know exactly, or maybe uncertain. Either way, you can still look back and smile. Even at the trauma, the pain, the suffering, smile at it because you are stronger, smarter, and wiser than you were in the beginning. Look forward and give it everything that you already know what's within you. Give it that energy, the effort, and the confidence. And if you haven't found yourself yet, life will seamlessly show you with every turn of a page of your life's book. It will take you there without you even realizing. You can only control and change so much. Life takes care of the rest. It will work out. You'll get there. It'll take time. Believe in life. Trust yourself. Know your worth. It will take you there. Be kind to yourself over everything else right now. Ditch the negativity. You are fabulous. You are a superstar. You have a sparkle within you like no other. You will blossom into a beautiful flower, and you will continue to grow even more beautiful as time goes by. You will have a deeper connection to yourself as you learn more about who you are. Rest your mind and your body and soul will follow. You've made it this far. It is time to rest. You've earned it, and you deserve it. Care for yourself. Take this message and plant it within you. Take care of it, and soon you will see the perspective it took even me years to realize. Reconnect with yourself, and you will find what you've been looking for. Trust yourself over everyone else in your life. You need to trust you before anyone else. Love yourself. You must learn to love yourself before anyone else can. I know you've heard it before. Well, so did I. And then my love came to me after a year of learning how to love, respect, trust, and just be with myself. Growth of independence and self-reliance is a precious thing. It sounds corny, but love will come your way when you aren't looking and when you least expect it. Just like the paths going throughout these gardens life really isn't that complicated. It's not such a mystery like everyone thinks it is. The path is right there for you to take and for your intuition to guide you along the way. Life just exists as you do. It's all around us. It's within us. We cannot deny that we are connected in some way. The life of nature and animals around us especially. I know I talk about it a lot, but I really can't say it enough until you completely understand. You get that one feeling that nothing else can give. Then you will find at least one truth of life. Thank you for being here with me. The Fenway Garden Society and this James B. Kelleher Rose Garden taught me a lot about life. Just seeing all the natural beauty here and all of this well-tended land, all of the effort that goes into this. The flowers are just so beautiful and it smells so good. But it takes time to get there. It takes time to even do your own self-care and learn what works for you. But you will learn what is best for you as your life continues. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you relax, have some deep thoughts, get some sleep tonight, have a little afternoon snooze, and just know that it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And you can be you and express yourself as much as you want. This is Indigo Waves. ASMR. Thank you for visiting.